Captain's Log. It's August 6, 2014. Big Brother 16 is well on its way. Zach and Jocasta are up for eviction, and similar to trends like OTEV and Zingbot, a newfound gimmick is formed that will change the BB landscape forever. I'm 21 going on 22, heading to the comic book shop to find my new read that will enthrall me. I only have $2.99 in my pocket. I'll have to be extra thrifty to find me a hidden gem. Big Brother Comics is a staple of the new era. The art is always fun, but the House Gus characters, not always so much. If you're feeling supportive, feel free to drop me a like or hit the subscribe button. In honor of the comic verse in BBComics Week, these are my 10 favorite Big Brother comics. Number 10, Trainiac. Becky gave us the only adversity in Big Brother 17 that Vanessa really faced. Funny thing is, the craziest adversity Becky ever faced in her life was a moving train. I had to include that pun.
I have a thing to tell you guys.
Oh my god.
I got hit by a train last year while I was walking. And I had my hood up, and right at that corner where I need to cross the street is a big van. And I had walked in front of it and put my head out. Oh my god. I broke this wrist, this part of my leg, and foot from the land.
Becky getting hit by a train is the most insane thing ever. That chick is superhuman.
Good news, Becky survived the train, and she's a beautiful girl. But all supervillains better beware, because Vanessa's gameplay was only second to a train that on average can hold a speed of 197 miles per hour. That should only be a credit to her Big Brother skills. Next time, look before crossing, Becky. Don't forget, left, right, left. Number 9, Efroninator. This is such a terrible name for a comic. Why not the Efroninator? This one is good purely for the reason that they couldn't think of a better comic for Cody, and it cracks me up every time I see it. Cody spoke a lot about Zac Efron in the house during BB16. He was pretty big at the time. Cody came from the future to protect his man crush that was Zac Efron from criminals and baddies that wished harm on him. Just like Zac Efron aged back to 17 again from an older Matthew Perry. But not on Cody's watch. Unfortunately for Zac, he was replaced by another man that took the heart of Cody. A hitman named Derek. Cody had evolved into the Derekinator.
He is the man.
Zac Efron's the hottest person on earth.
That's literally my man crush. I decided the second I saw him in...
Zac Efron is the man because this guy has probably got the most swag. He's just probably a bowler on all sorts of levels.
You watch the worst
It's
movies.
a romantic...
But I want to be honest, if you've seen him recently and you run into this guy's chest and abs, you might shatter into a million pieces.
Number 8, Bowie-Rang. I love everything about this masterpiece. From the stereotypical overalls to the pigtails on her boomerang. I don't know about you, but that boomerang looks awfully young. It can't be more than 34 years old.
The secret I'm not going to reveal to the house is that I'm a lawyer, but it's also that I'm 45 years old. I'm going to say I'm 34, and I've already memorized my fake birthday, so I'm ready to go.
I like to think that the artist took inspiration from the Young Teens Animorphs book series. Cameron from BB25 thought he would be safe in the Big Brother house when Bowie won head of household, thinking he could use her as a tool to help take him to the end. But just like a boomerang to the back of the head, Cameron never knew what hit him during her HOH reign. Number 7, Britt-Flea. Ah, Brittany. She had quite the character arc in season 24. From riding the coattails of Veto Comp King Michael to lying about her vote to evict Taylor and throw Turner under the bus.
I don't really think there's anything to say.
I just didn't like they used my friendship with Alyssa as a pitch to do a sympathy vote to get out your friend Taylor. That goal just seems slimy. I don't know. I just thoughts.
Thanks for your comments.
You can't blame the girl for playing the game, though. If after watching that season you can't stop itching, I recommend a topical ointment to get rid of the rash. It may just be Brittany trying to latch onto the host and get herself farther in the Big Brother house. And more power to you, Britt-Flea. Number 6, the blanket. Audrey is such an entertaining house guest. I wish I would have put her in my forgotten entertaining Big Brother players video. She gave us many fights and tears in the house during her season. It's no wonder her comic is so great. She looks like a disembodied homeless person in her comic, with the power to create chaos and distrust in the house with her superpowers.
This could have been much worse.
I thought people were buying everything that I was selling them. But yeah, that didn't really work out the way that I hoped.
Right now, my back is against the wall, and my strategy is just to lie down and play dead.
I'd like to believe she used her blanket superpowers to sneak past eviction for if only a couple more weeks during season 17. That must have been before she achieved her final form, giving her the power to truly lay low. Whatever you do, don't look under her glasses. You may just become a blanket yourself. Number 5, the Scarecrow. Now, what do we have here? Is that America's favorite player, Cody Nixon? I was on a Big Brother hiatus at the time during season 19 when it aired, so when I watched it for the first time, I was baffled by this revelation. Not only can he scare you with his frightening stare, but visit his Twitter profile and your eyes may just fall out of their sockets from controversial opinions. That's the power of the Scarecrow. One thing the Scarecrow likes? Catgirls for some odd reason. And Jess just couldn't resist the lack of conversation and personality, in addition to a glare that would steal your soul and frighten birds.
What's up, big guy? Oh, I just wanted to tell you, A, being the first HOH is hard. B, having to nominate 4 people is even worse. Do you have any ideas? Have you been noticing anything weird? Have you been picking up on anything? I don't want information out of you.
Maybe that's what him and Jess had in common. Birds hate cats and scarecrows. Number 4, Rep Kyle. You can always tell when a house guest is not viewed well in the eyes of production with their problematic behavior by taking a good look at their respective BB comic. Kyle was a Minuteman. And no, I'm not talking about the militia that took up arms in the Revolutionary War. Alyssa stood no chance during season 24 for the charm of the cold-blooded creature that ratted out the leftovers to Terrence, aka DJ Snowtime.
At the end of the day, you earned this seat. You got this responsibility. You deserve it. As sad as it is, this is your HO. Just like you're having one-on-ones with these pool floaties next to you.
I hope these superheroes never team up. Male criminals will be no match for the Arctic temperatures and a case of reptile dysfunction. Number 3, Big Meech. There's a very strong case for this comic to take the number 1 spot on this list. Not only can she fight crime with her whining and complaining, she also was able to take out the funeral director and his minions with her tears of justice. She faced down Oktoberfest during season 18, week 10, when Nicole won head of household. Unfortunately for her, she was no match for the Wiener Schnitzel and Das Boot. Later, she learned how to truly hone her unique abilities to be a beacon of hope for the Revengers and take down her fake cousin-in-law, the evil Dan Giesling. He may not be able to be voted out, but she exploited his greatest weakness of all, temper tantrums.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the funeral director, and you're dead. Looks like the Revengers are all out of tricks.
Actually.
No, not Big Meech.
Number 2, Mr. Personality. If you've watched my last video, no doubt you understand my love for the man that is Devin Shepard. He may not have played an amazing Big Brother game, But when he gets off duty of being a motorcycle salesman, he takes off the Harley helmet and suits up to get those felons in jail. But no one knew he would take advantage of his character flaws of having dual or even triple personalities, truly taking lemons and making lemonade. It's like being good cop and bad cop and the superhero that takes out the trash all in one package. That's a hero I can root for. But I do have to point out the obvious omission from this comic. Just where is his daughter?
I'm not in the squad no more, bro. This is a solo game for me from here on out. The only thing I can do is win competitions, and anybody can go up on the block now. The entire house is gonna have to stop the love of a father for his daughter because I'm gonna do anything for my little girl to make sure every single person is gone.
Number 1, Rug of War. Wow, Turner had a lot of material for the artists and producers to work with here. He's writing with peace and love, he's got tons of tacky fashion choices to roll with, you even could have done something funny with Muffingate. But I, for one, am so happy they decided to go down this route and elaborate on Turner in a Rambo aesthetic with his love of rug making. Who knew that bad guys could be stitched up and immobilized like that? He doesn't even have to deploy lethal force. Have I got a custom rug for you? That's not to say that these villains don't suffer their fair share of pain from their adversary. That poor man is screaming in horror. I guess Turner threw peace and love out the window. His only problem is he needs a power outlet in the immediate vicinity and an extra long extension cord if he hopes to compete with his superhero counterparts. No matter, if the electricity is not available, he can always revert to his supervillain persona, the Muffin Man.
I know you did it.
And I think it's funny that you think I did, but I didn't. I ate this muffin like a week ago. I'll say it with a straight face now.
Should I open the door?
I think you should fess up, bestie, bestie. Oh, that was pretty good.
That was good. That's a lot of F's in that.
You just tell me if it's a boy or girl, and I'll be good.
I don't know who did it.
Yeah, I think I can't read people, but it's fine.
Don't know who did it. And if I did, I would tell you.
Would you? I'm your festy bestie.
I don't know, and I'm not gonna lie.
So your loyalty should be to me.
I'm on to you, Jasmine.
I'm on to you, Turner.
I'm on to you.
BBComics is always a favorite of mine of the season. And thank you for sticking around and watching all my top-rated picks. Since my first video was so long, I'm testing out a quicker format before I try doing a more expanded concept again. Next time, we'll do 10 worst BBComics, so make sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss the next one.
You're friends with October Fist, aren't you? Or is it Super Safety Girl?
I'm pretty close to both, actually.